Hello and welcome. Very good morning. Good to have you with us here on India This Morning. I'm Afrida Rahman Ali, getting you all the updates on the coronavirus from the country and across the world. First, an update on the figures. Well, the country has recorded a total number of coronavirus positive cases that has gone up beyond 1,200. The current figure stands at 1,251. But the biggest worry is the highest single-day spike that India has witnessed. 227 new cases reported in the last 24 hours, which is the highest spike so far. Now, this takes the total number of COVID-19 positive to 1,251, includes 32 deaths and 102 recoveries. Delhi recorded the highest spike so far. In Delhi, 25 new cases. Mumbai recorded as many as 38 new cases. So we are going to now look at specific instances of this problem. Now we are focusing on this issue that is emerging from the national capital. Now, a rather unfortunate incident of a religious gathering that took place turns out to be a major issue of worry now for the authorities. Over 1,000 people attended a religious gathering in the Markaz Masjid, which is 100 meters from the Nizamuddin Dargah, and now a lot of people who attended that sermon have started showing symptoms. In fact, the state of Telangana reports that of the 6 coronavirus deaths are people who attended this particular religious gathering in Nizamuddin between the 13th and 15th of March, and there were nationalities from other countries as well who attended this particular gathering. That entire area has now been sealed. At the moment, the evacuation process is on. Around 200 people from this area have started showing symptoms as per the latest reports. But my colleague Alok Singh will give us fresh updates on this Nizamuddin case. He's right there, in fact, giving us fresh information on the evacuation process. Alok, good morning. At the moment on ground, I believe the process of identifying and evacuating people is going on at the moment. Those with symptoms will have to be immediately isolated. This can become a ticking bomb and it can really blow up if the people who are witnessing symptoms do not self-report as they have been asked to do. What is the status of evacuation right now, Alok?
Well, Afrida, good morning to you. And in fact, yes, definitely that it is a point of worry. And around 800 people have already been evacuated, as we have already reported that more than 1,000 gathering. So definitely more people are still there. Around 300 to 400 are still inside the building, which is there in this lane, white color building. My camera person is showing you this white color building. And from this building, these persons who are staying where the Markaz building, what we can say, and in this Markaz building, these persons are coming down one by one, and one by one they are going and sitting into these buses. These are green color DTC buses in which these persons are allowed to sit, and in these buses they will be taken to the hospital. In this way, the whole evacuation process is going on. My camera person will again show you that some persons are coming out, and there is medical checkup camp is also there where their thermal screening is first happen and then they come out one by one. So this way all this evacuation process is happening. But if we talk about that, definitely yes, there was the violation of social distancing at the time of lockdown. There was a religious gathering was happened at this Markaz building. And also, what the police says that they had requested the people who were doing this religious gathering at that point in time to, in fact, relieve. But despite that, they did not listen to them. And now the outcome of that many persons have already started showing the symptom of coronavirus. Back to you.
Yes, and that is where the violation is, because already the Chief Minister had announced that public gatherings and religious gatherings are banned. Despite that, this gathering took place, and therefore now the Delhi government has asked for an FIR to be registered. I will go across to my colleague Apurva, but before that, I have MS Randhawa, the PRO, speaking about this entire issue. The PRO Delhi speaking about this issue of Nizamuddin. Let's listen in to his statement.
ये दिल्ली पुलिस, देखिए हमारा जो बाहर का अरेंजमेंट रहता है इसके बारे में जो हेल्थ ऑफिशियल्स हैं, जहाँ दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट है वही कमेंट कर पाएगी, लेकिन वहाँ हमने प्रॉपर सिक्योरिटी दी हुई है। वहाँ तमाम सीनियर ऑफिसर्स हमारे मौके पे हैं और सिचुएशन को मॉनिटर कर रहे हैं। अगर मान लीजिए कि कोई भी ऐसा आता है तो हम सख्त कानूनी कार्रवाई करेंगे। मान लीजिए कि अगर कोई ऐसा पाया जाता है, कोई इनके तरफ से नेग्लिजेंस या वो, और हमारे सीनियर ऑफिसर्स फील्ड पे हैं, उनको नोटिस वगैरह भी दे रहे हैं और जो भी होगा प्रॉपर लीगल कार्रवाई की जाएगी।
Well, MS Randhawa, Delhi Police PRO, there speaking to us, saying strong action will be taken against those found guilty of organizing this kind of a religious gathering, endangering now so many lives. My colleague Apurva is joining us to tell us the reaction that is coming in from the Delhi government. Now, Apurva, of course, the Delhi government has also a responsibility to maintain, to in fact ensure that social distancing measures are observed. But even when those measures were in place and there was a government advisory and directive in place not to have religious gatherings, this happened in Nizamuddin. And look at the number of people affected by it. What has the Delhi government said in their reaction to this episode?
That's right, Afrida. What we're witnessing in Delhi's Nizamuddin area is definitely a cause of grave concern for the Delhi government at this point, especially where we are looking at the number of cases of coronavirus increasing just in the national capital itself. Now, remember, the lockdown was imposed since March 24th, but even before that, the Delhi government on its own part had put certain restrictions and advisory in place, which had asked for religious gathering to be absolutely banned and had asked people to practice self-restraint and avoiding any kind of crowding areas. Despite all of these advisories in place, Afrida, we are looking at this gathering that took place between March 13th and March 15th, which saw at least 1,000 people come together to attend this religious gathering in Delhi's Nizamuddin area. Furthermore, we had also seen how the administrators here completely violated the social distancing norm, something that had been emphasized again and again as one of the only effective measures to further curb the spread of coronavirus. Also, we're given to understand that since several of the confirmed cases have been found here, remember, 200 of these people who are living in these areas started showing symptoms of coronavirus, after which this entire matter came to light, and many of them, as we were speaking, are currently being isolated. They're being evacuated and they've been taken to various hospitals at this point. Now, it is extremely difficult because you're looking at the magnitude of this problem, the number of people who have come in contact. So this entire contact tracing is going to be a Herculean task for the authorities right now to find out who all have come in contact. Now, in addition to this, this clearly indicates how many lives have been endangered at this point, because we have been constantly talking about the need to stay indoors and why there is a need to avoid being in contact. Now, with so many people being in contact, at least 1,000 of them attending this, and they being in contact with more people, so this entire contact tracing right now has clearly put the lives of others in danger there as well. Additionally, we are looking at the Delhi government also taking further steps to move all the symptomatic patients to the medical facilities. Remember, the evacuation process is currently still underway. So all the symptomatic patients, at least 200 of them who initially started showing symptoms, all of them have been shifted to the nearest hospital. And all those asymptomatic patients who still live in those areas have been asked to exercise self-quarantine at home. They have been given additional advisories on how they need to be, what they need to be doing at this point to further curb the spread of coronavirus in that area. Now, lastly, this is important because now the Delhi government is also now calling for an FIR against the cleric of Nizamuddin at this point, because they have, of course, called it a case of criminal negligence for endangering the lives of so many people who have come in contact and for organizing a religious event at a time when it was said to not organize any such event because it can further spread the coronavirus. So this is the statement that has now come in from the Delhi government. While they have called it a case of criminal negligence and they have called for an FIR at this point, we have to see what happens at this point, whether there is any kind of action that is currently taken in this entire case, Afrida.
Right, Apurva, thanks for joining us with the latest update and the latest statement coming in from the Delhi government on the action that can now be taken against those who organize this kind of a religious gathering. Let's now listen in to DCP Southeast, who spoke to my colleague Alok about two things. First, about the legal action that can be taken, and second, about what the police is focusing on right now, the entire process of isolating those who can possibly be infected. Let's listen in.
सबसे पहले ये बताइएगा कि कैसे ये सारी चीज़ों का स्टार्ट हुआ और क्या आप लोगों को लगा कि यहाँ पर क्वारंटीन या इस तरीके से ट्रीटमेंट की ज़रूरत है, क्योंकि यहाँ पर सालों साल यहाँ पर इस तरह का कांग्रेशन होता रहता है।
देखिए, हम लोगों को यहाँ पे पुलिस स्टाफ लगाने की रिक्वेस्ट आई थी सिविल अथॉरिटीज़ की तरफ से, तो तब से हमने यहाँ पे जो है वो पुलिस का अरेंजमेंट लगाया हुआ है। और पिछले कुछ दिन में जो है वो एवैक्यूएशन की प्रोसेस यहाँ चल रही है, मेडिकल स्क्रीनिंग की प्रोसेस यहाँ चल रही है। तो जो हेल्थ डिपार्टमेंट और सिविल अथॉरिटीज़ हैं वो यहाँ से एवैक्यूएशन करा रहे हैं, वो इनका अरेंजमेंट कर रहे हैं, सारी चीज़ों का ध्यान रख रहे हैं, मेडिकल फैसिलिटीज़ प्रोवाइड करा रहे हैं और हम लोग उनको सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे एक सिक्योरिटी देने।
सर, कितने लोग थे जब आप लोग को पता चला यहाँ पर, और अब तक कितने लोगों को यहाँ से निकाला जा चुका है, और कहाँ कहाँ से ये लोग आए हुए हैं?
देखिए, ये इंडिया में अलग अलग जगह से आते हैं और यहाँ पे हिस्ट्री है कि यहाँ बाहर से भी लोग आते हैं और काफ़ी संख्या में रिलीजियस गैदरिंग यहाँ पे रहती है, 1000 से कई बार 2000 तक भी हो जाती है। एग्जैक्ट फिगर अभी क्या है आज की डेट में वो हेल्थ डिपार्टमेंट आपको बता पाएगा, क्योंकि अंदर वही जा रहे हैं और जो मेडिकल फैसिलिटीज़ है उनका जो अकाउंट फॉर करना, बाकी डिटेल्स लिखना, नेशनलिटी है, ये सारी चीज़ें जो है वो आपको सिविल अथॉरिटी से मिल पाएंगी।
सर, एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ है, लॉकडाउन के दौरान किसी तरह की गैदरिंग नहीं होनी थी, चाहे रिलीजियस हो चाहे किसी तरह की। उसके बावजूद यहाँ पर लोग थे और रिलीजियस गैदरिंग ही कहा जाएगा उसको जिस तरीके से हुई, तो क्या उसमें कोई लीगल एक्शन बनता है?
बिल्कुल, हमने नोटिसेस जो हैं वो सर्व किए हैं और 2 नोटिस अभी तक सर्व कर चुके हैं और इसको एग्जामिन कर रहे हैं और इस पे जो है वो लीगल एक्शन जैसा बनेगा वैसा हम लोग एक्शन करेंगे।